All right, what is going on, guys? We have an announcement from the UFC of the UFC Vancouver Fight Night main event, as well as a few other fights. I'm going to go in my early thoughts and early predictions for these fights. The prediction may change when we get closer to the actual event. First of all, my initial reaction is this is hilarious because if you watch my video uploaded earlier today, I was having Rainer Derrida versus Hamzat Chimaev, and so that Chimaev could be on a quick turnaround. That's obviously not going to happen. We have Rainer Derrida versus Anthony Hernandez, and I wanted Hernandez to fight Dricus du Plessis. That's obviously not going to happen now either. I saw someone tweet out, I don't know if this is real, I didn't go do any follow-up on it, but they said that, Dana White said, I think I said it was on Instagram, that Imavov versus Borralho is not a number one contender fight. That this is a number one contender fight. That's absolutely shocking to me. I probably should have prepared this. Let's, real quick, we're just going to pull up Tapology. But let's go over this, and then we'll do the Tapology thing here in a second. So this fight as itself, I love the fight. I love the matchup. I think it's a great fight. Who do I pick in this fight? So here's my stance on it. I think Hernandez is definitely a better grappler than Robert Whittaker. I think Whittaker has better striking. Hernandez might have better cardio than Whittaker. Early prediction, I'm going Hernandez. I think what the difference is in this fight, I think his stand-up is better than Derrida's. I think Derrida probably has better jiu-jitsu, but I think as far as like a well-rounded grappling game, I think Hernandez is definitely better. I think he's got better takedowns, better wrestling, and it's obviously no slouch in the jiu-jitsu department. So I think he could probably control Derrida better on the ground than Derrida could control him. Now, as far as like actual submissions and variety of submissions, I think Derrida probably has the edge there. But I think it's going to be on the feet and the cardio. I think that's what's really going to play a factor in this fight. And I think Anthony Hernandez is probably going to finish Rainer Derrida by knockout. If Whittaker can clip you and hurt you, which Whittaker's a really good fighter, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to diss Whittaker. I think he's a great fighter. I definitely think Hernandez can go out there and get it done. Love the fight. Honestly, I'd rather have seen Chimaev fight Derrida than Hernandez right now. But nonetheless, and this is a great main event. Moving up the card. I don't know if this is the co-main event. This is just the 4 fights that the UFC put out and announced. Next fight, we have Marlon Vera versus Amin Zahabi. Zahabi's kind of old, but he's got decent grappling. Vera always gets out-grappled against a certain level of opposition. I want to pick Marlon Vera in this fight. I really do. I don't know if he's going to have the grappling fixed by time they fight. Like, even if it wasn't the grappling, his defensiveness is just, it's not the best. He's always getting clipped. He's always getting tagged. Got beat by Figueiredo. That loss hasn't aged very well recently. Figueiredo's a good fighter, don't get me wrong, but that just hasn't aged well. Zahabi coming off the win of Jose Aldo, where he almost got finished in that fight. I'm leaning Amin Zahabi right now via decision. I may change that when we get closer, because this is really a tough fight for me to pick. I'm not too certain on who I think is actually going to win this one. I could see paths to victory for both guys. But yeah, right now I'm going to go Amin Zahabi to get it done via decision. Moving on. Kevin Holland's back. We got Kevin Holland versus Mike Malott. I was so certain that Kevin Holland was going to get the win in his last fight, and he went out there and shit the bed. He shit the bed versus Daniel Rodriguez and lost his, I think it was ranked number 13. He got pushed out of the rankings. Now, who was it that just got kicked out of welterweight? MVP. MVP just got kicked out of welterweight, so they put Kevin Holland back in there, and now Mike Malott's getting his second chance at a ranking. First chance was against Neil Magny, lost that fight, was absolutely dominating that fight up until the third round where he gassed out. and got finished by Neil Magny by TKO in the third round. But Kevin Holland, like, part of me thinks he did not take Daniel Rodriguez serious at all. Who do I want to pick in this fight? Like, this is like, I do not think Mike Malott is good at all. I don't think he's good at all. Kevin Holland is like fringe top 15 at welterweight. Like you can beat Kevin Holland, you're decent. You could get in the top 15. I don't know if I can pick him. Just after his performance in his last fight, I just don't know if I can pick Kevin Holland. As much as I'm a fan of Kevin Holland, I don't think I can pick him. I think I'm going to go with Mike Malott to get it done via decision. Again, that one might change as well when we get closer. I have to go back and watch Malott's last fight and Holland's last fight. But yeah. Last, but certainly probably least out of all these fights that they announced, we have Manon Fiorot versus Jasmine Jasudavicius. Listen, I was picking Manon Fiorot to go out there and steamroll through Valentina Shevchenko. Shevchenko turned her back. I really thought that Fiorot was going to use her, let me put this very nicely, her strength, her athleticism against Shevchenko, her size, her She-Hulkness, if we want to say it like that. And Jasudavicius kind of has a career resurgence. She's older. I think she's 35, 36 years old. But she's got a career resurgence. She's on a good win streak against decent opposition. She's fighting in her country. I don't know if she's from Vancouver, but I know she's from Canada. For an early prediction for this fight, I'm going to go Jasmine Jasudavicius to get it done via decision. And I think what's going to be in this fight is the grappling. I think Jasudavicius is grappling. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is Manon Fiorot's like Hulk strength that she has, which didn't really show in the Shevchenko fight very well. But it has in the past, especially against Blanchfield. That was who it was. But I think the grappling of Jasudavicius is going to be the determining factor of her winning this fight. I think she'll be able to get Manon Fiorot down, get her in positions, take her back, and be able to control her on the ground. But I don't remember what I was looking up on Tapology. I know it had to do with the main event. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I don't know how to spell his dumbass mother's name. There he is. So I want to look, because, this is not a number one contender fight. Let's look at Nasruddin Imavov's win streak, and then we're going to look at Caio Borralho's win streak. So, his last few wins, coming off of a KO win to Israel Adesanya. He lost the first round, okay? Comes out in the second round, KOs him 30 seconds into the second round. That's a solid win. Before that, Brendan Allen. That's a decent win. He's a top 15 middleweight. He's okay. All right, not a total bum. He's okay. Before that, Jared Cannonier gets kind of a weird, awkward stoppage. I was at that fight live. Solid win. Page just beat Jared Cannonier in a very easy-to-read 29-20 decision. But Jared Cannonier still, again, top 15 middleweight, still good, still in there. And then before that, majority decision over Roman Dolidze. I don't remember that fight off the top of my head, how competitive it was. But again, all ranked opponents, okay? Let's go to Borralho. He's coming off a win of Jared Cannonier, solid win. Before that, Paul Craig. That I don't count that. That's not really a solid win. Paul Craig's washed up. Before that, Abus Magomedov, solid win. Okay, he was ranked. He's not ranked anymore. I think he got kicked out for MVP. But nonetheless, a solid win. So, and then you're getting Mikhail Oksechuk, which is a decent win. And then before that, doesn't matter. Especially if Nasruddin Imavov wins. I don't see how he's not deserving of a title shot. Roman Dolidze, Jared Cannonier, Brendan Allen, Israel Adesanya, and then Caio Borralho. That's a solid 5-fight win streak. And then before that, he's got wins over Joaquin Buckley, who's highly ranked at welterweight now. none of these other wins, Shabazian, Other than that, the wins didn't really mean anything. Same with Brahalio. Like, he doesn't really have any super good wins outside of, like, Oleksiejczuk. Nonetheless, I think the winner of that fight should definitely be in line to fight for the title next. Maybe I could see if it was Brahalio holding back a little bit because of the wins he's had. But then again, Hernandez doesn't have the best ones either. I mean, So I don't know. Let me know. What do you guys think of that? Let me know down below. What do you guys think of this main event? Should it be a number one contender fight, or should Nasruddin Imavov versus Kyle Borralho be a number one contender fight? Let me know down below. Make sure to subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed already. Drop a like on the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.